Well, welcome back to part 2 of the Junkman Does a Crafting project here. Now, anyways, if you weren't watching the first stream, first part, I started this. This is a little $6 tin toy train in a tin. Get them at the dime store, whatnot. Like I said, about $6, and it gets a little bit of a track. And we started making a layout here. This is where we ended. We had a flat piece of some foam board that I had left over some projects. That's the whole goal of this. If you didn't watch that one, I kind of explained what we're doing here. Just using what you have. I mean, granted, you'll have to buy some things, but we're just going to use a bunch of things. I got tons of supplies here. I don't know how far we're going to get this one, but we're gonna make it till we do these live streams until I get them finished. Also, one thing, if you want to support me over on the super chat, hit that little dollar sign and donate as little as $1, and it'll highlight your comment. I'm watching on my phone. I can see the chat here, so if you want to ask me some questions as we go, donate. It'll highlight it, but you don't have to do that. Just comment as you would. If you're watching this archived, leave some comments in the bottom. Tell me what you think of this little project. Other things is I had a poll on my website, and I've just closed it, and looks like we're going to do some restoration tips and tricks video. That'll be my next kind of edited video. If you're watching this archived, it's probably going to be already up. So go check my channel out for that. I'll probably leave a link or a card up in the corner for this. But anyway, let's get started. Funny thing is, last stream, as I was doing this, I'll tell you how we got to here, but somebody called me the Bob Ross of diorama making or making things, because I was kind of doing the little noises and whatnot. So I guess that's it. I'm the Bob Ross of diorama things, because you're telling a story here. With what you're doing here. What we got going on here, the foam board, we soaked some newspaper in some leftover Mod Podge, which is basically white glue, like Elmer's glue, and soaked it in there, and kind of making a makeshift do-it-yourself paper mache. And I cut little pieces of foam like this, glued them all around to kind of make the shape. So we got a rough kind of mountain thing going on here. The back side doesn't need to be covered. I need to cut the openings for the tunnel, and then we're gonna add some paints. And again, this is use what you have. So I got a bunch of different paint, different colors, even some wood stain. We're gonna maybe try to use some earth tones and some oil paints and some acrylics and whatever. Just it's whatever you got laying around. We're gonna try to make this here. So what I'm going to get done here is we're going to see how many things we can get done. You know, there's going to be some paint drying here. So first thing I'm going to do is, and I gotta turn it towards me, is I'm going to cut out the little tunnel thing, so the train, so when I install it, the train can go through. So like I said, the best part about a project like this, or projects like this, is, you know, the less precise you are, the more realistic it's going to be, because we're trying to mimic nature here, and nature, you know, isn't symmetric and such. So cutting out the tunnel opening, that should work there. Let's cut that off there. We're going to do some other things. I'll explain as I go. I have an idea in my head of how I want this to look. So we'll see if I get there. Okay. I might need to glue that back, or glue that little piece of paper back there. But anyway, if anybody's watching, hop in the chat. I see there's a few people watching, actually. So hop on in, say hello if you're in there. Also, if you're watching this archived, you can comment down below. Tell me what I'm doing wrong. Like I said, this is just kind of want to show that, you know, you don't have to. I mean, yes, you can go to the hobby store and get some expensive materials and things. And granted, it's a little more professional way to do it. Some of this stuff makes it a little easier. And there probably will be some stuff I will need to go to the hobby store and get when it comes to some of the landscaping stuff. But I do, if you didn't watch the first stream, the first part, well, you can go back and watch it. It's archived on my channel. But you'll see that I do have some like leftover from some other projects, because I do these things, you know, just as a challenge, and I like making some things. I was kind of into model railroading before when I was younger, obviously, and stuff like this kind of comes and goes. But okay, we got the tunnel open, and I should have got the train out, which here to show you what I got going on. Okay, there we go. Got the tunnels open, so train will go in there. And these, I didn't know if I was going to use them, and I will, but I won't. I'm going to have to. I thought, man, maybe it'll look kind of like rocks here. I just wadded up some paper and glued them down, and I'm going to cut some of that back. I may use, and I have it over here. You guys can't probably see it very good. I have a little bit left. This lightweight plaster. I've used this time or two for some other projects. Actually, some other projects on my channel here. So if you've not caught that before, you've seen that. Also, you can use this stuff, or I have leftover this stuff. This is for kind of patching things. This stuff dries really hard, and it's kind of hard to work with, but you know, it can work too. Probably won't use it. It's kind of heavy. That stuff's more lightweight. Okay. Next thing I am going to do here, because I'm not ready to apply anything yet. But what I said in the original stream is what is up here. I have a little indentation, and of course it doesn't look like it now. But I'm going to have a little high mountain pond, or where the runoff, because we're going to have kind of snow capped up here, and then it's going to come down. We're going to have to do a little forced perspective here on it, but I'm going to have a little bit of runoff, and this is where I'm going to have to go to the hobby store and buy this kind of, I don't know what they call it, but it makes it look like water, and such. I've heard of techniques doing it like with hot glue and stuff, and I don't think I'm good enough to do that to make it look very good. So I'm going to buy the stuff. It's not that expensive. But anyway, it's going to run down here, kind of like a little waterfall feature, and then we're going to have a little river or creek go along here. I don't know. We might have a little guy camping or something. I haven't gotten that far in my mind yet, but I'm going to have a little culvert or bridge here that the train will go over, and then the river goes off to the side. I don't know. Maybe I'll make it. Maybe I should make it go over here so it can go. So it's over the straight part. Maybe that's what I should do. Yeah. Actually, that's a good thing. Let's. Because we're going to be painting over, it doesn't really matter. So, because what I'm going to use, I'll bring it out in the middle. So we're going to have the water kind of flows down here. It goes over a little waterfall here. It's going to spill out here. Let's make it go like this, something like that. I don't know, something like this. And, well, I'm just going to draw one little line like that. For now, what we're going to use here and is my rotary tool here, and I got just a sanding sleeve on here, like an 80 grit, and I'm going to kind of, I don't know if you want to kind of sand out a little bit of a river here, so when I pour my water in, I mean, we got to do a lot before we get to that point. Pour my water in, it'll kind of be in an indentation here. So I gotta unplug my sign here, plug this in, and Now, headphone users, I'm sorry. It won't be that loud, but my microphone is overhead, so I'll count down from 3 so you can mute the sound, and then when I'm done you can unmute it. And we got some glasses on here, and you know what, because we're going to make some foam dust, I better have a particulate mask on here. So actually, that's why I have it here. You know, safety first. Now granted, you could do this, just chisel it out with a knife. I kind of want to cheat. So, okay, 3, 2, 1. All right. Okay, turn your volume back up. Of course, as you see, that kind of makes a mess, but that's okay. I don't mind that here. But, all right. As you see, I kind of tried to keep it random. I wanted to have some little divots in there and keep it random to make it look as natural as we can here. All right. Okay, blow it off here. You know, we don't have to be super clean here because what's coming next won't matter, and in the end, it's not going to matter. So, all right. So, you can see here we kind of made our little river here. It's going to come down here like that. Okay. And I'm going to put like a little bridge or probably like a culvert type of thing. I don't know. Use kind of one of those big fun straws or something. I don't know. I don't know. I got some, I got some random stuff here. We'll figure something out. Okay. Next thing I want to do is, I really like that. I think it's about time to get kind of a base color going on here. I mean, we're going to have multiple colors going on. Like, for example, I have kind of a gray, which happens to be a gloss, but we're going to do a dull coat. Then I have kind of like more of a primer gray, which will be a flat. But as you can see, they're a little different colors. I got some brown or rusty color. Even a yellow, because, you know, rocks, granite has some yellows in there. Same with some oranges. Obviously, I got two different greens. I got a real flat forest and a little brighter. That's where I'm going to probably have to go and get some subtle greens. I didn't happen to have anything. I also got some small sandy colors and other earth tones and things. So now, what I'm going to do now is do the painting portion, or a little bit of painting. Now, granted, I got my camera right there. I'm going to try not to get overspray on anything. Let's see here. Let's sort of cover up my phone there. I'll get back to the chat, you guys here. And I'm going to have to do it this way. Granted, if I was spray painting a lot more, or a larger piece and whatnot, I'd have an actual respirator. But this will be fine for now. It's well ventilated in here, so I'll not have to matter that much. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is start with, I think I'm going to start with this primer color, and just kind of hit the bases of everything. And I didn't even blow it off worry about blowing it off too much, because that's just going to add a little extra detail. Of course, we're going to add more of that kind of stuff. And I don't want to necessarily cover it all with this. Because I'm going to backfill in with other colors. This just should give me good gray. Cover up the newspaper. Actually, I might. Inside the tunnel's really good here. And this is just leftover stuff I have, so, you know, some people might have to go buy this, but this will actually help give it a little more body to it. And you know what? Paint in here because you kind of see the back sides of it a little bit, but otherwise most of that you won't see. Okay. That's probably good on that. So that, let's hit up a little gloss here. Actually, I think I'm gonna want this gloss in the bottom of the river. Now I'm gonna go in and brush in some stuff here, but this might do the. And you know what? This is actually reacting with the foam just a little bit. It's creating a really neat effect that I didn't expect. So sometimes you have happy little accidents like that. You probably can't see it on camera, but it's kind of making little pockets and such where the sand dug in, and that's gonna look like little teeny rocks in there. So that's really gonna help. You know what? Let's do a little of this. I'm probably going to have to go get some other foliage colors to add a little bit extra color in here, but so this is a little more green than I want it, but see if I can show you what I'm doing. I mean, and I'm shooting it so I get just the dusting up here, because we're going to put teeny tiny trees up in here to look like pine trees that are really far away, and then we're going to have bigger stuff down here. So kind of a little bit of forced perspective. I don't know how it's going to work, if it's going to work out exactly, but I mostly want this to be kind of a valley floor a little bit, and we're gonna. I don't want to kill my my gray, actually, because I want to keep that. And of course, we're gonna put ballast around the train track area, so it don't really matter here. That's just a guide for me. Just little light things here and there, because it's hard to take the paint off. It's easier to put more on. So we're gonna hit that up. And sometimes you dance the can around, get it to shooting it, because I just want just a dusting. I want, you know, I want a little color up here, especially around the river area, because that's where stuff's going to grow, obviously. I want to leave some, you know, some dark stuff here. Let me... Like I said, this is just the... This is just preliminary painting, just kind of trying to get an idea. Let's do a little test. I don't know, this might be a little too much. Oh yeah, I like that. That's got a little lighter. Yeah. You know what, I'm gonna be real daring here. We're gonna some yellow. I'm gonna just hit. That mostly at the base. Just to... We may do more of that later. I like that. The kind of... Oh yeah, okay. I don't know. To most people, it may not seem like much is happening here. Let's just check the chat a little bit. Oh yeah, hey. Yep, we got a few people in the chat. No way. You ever poke a hole in the top of that paint that way, if it's clogged? Yeah, I've done it. I've never been able to get it. Happy little bra moments, yep. Grinder and paint make me the welder I ain't, yeah. Well, yeah, like I said, this is a little we're getting a little creative here, which may not be everybody's style, so I appreciate you tuning in there. Get some brown going here. A little rusty color here. Oh yeah. And you know what? This is kind of old and it's not spraying well. That's even better. If it blobs out, like I'm getting some blobs. Oh, this is even better. Oh, I really like that. Oh, yeah. Making some weird noises there. Yeah, I don't know. I'm probably gonna... These old let's do this around the around the edge of our river here, because dirt, you know, dirt and rocks, it cuts it in. And the entrance to our tunnel. And of course, the little train is a steam train, so we're going to have, when I get all done, we're going to have little black marks in and out of the tunnels. And I know you can't see what I'm doing. I'll turn around. And, you know, in probably a later stream, not this one, we'll get out the airbrush and play around with that too. I know not everybody has an airbrush, but okay. Let's play around with a little bit of this color. Ooh. This is kind of an orange. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. I might have a dirt road or something over here, because I kind of want to have a little campsite or something. I got a little Hot Wheels car. Actually, I'll be right back. It's close by here. Actually, we're a long ways for adding this here, but yeah, let me get you so you can see what we're doing here. But I have this little square body flare side Chevy, and well, it's not a Hot Wheels, it's a Tamika actually, so it's a little smaller scale, so it should be, compared to this train, man, it's gonna be a little big. That's why it's gonna probably sit over here or something far away from the mountain. But I have this actually came off of a different vehicle, but it'll actually fit on here, a little slide-in camper, and I'll have to, you know, I'll have to glue it in there, do a little bit of fitting, but in general, there's our little 4x4 camper guy. We're gonna maybe be camping or something. Maybe have him right here, camping down by the river. Maybe I'll get a little figurine, put a little fishing, but something like that. This is for like part 29 or however many parts this turns into, but we're gonna do that. But anyway, here's what we got going on, which I am going to actually spray some more of this brown. I really like, or brown here actually, in here to darken it up for when I put the train tracks in. And what do we got? I painted 3/4 of a can of like a little squirt at a time. Yeah, yeah. Like I said, that's the point of this project, is to, you know, that this particular primer is not really good for anything else because it don't come out of the can. It's old. I mean, who know? You know, I don't know how long I've had it. So, you know, this gives, you know, instead of just throwing it in the trash, you know, half full or whatever it is, this will, you know, give it a purpose and such. But appreciate you in the comments here, guys. Okay. How does that look? Yeah, I need to actually paint clear to the end, because when you can see, still see the blue. I mean, I might put a back onto this just so it's actually dark in the tunnel, but I thought you're primarily going to look at it from this angle, so, you know, it doesn't really matter. So actually, you know, I got some black paint here. Actually, that's good there. Yeah, you know, that's going to be better. It'll, but anyway, yeah, so, all right. Let's see. Okay, you know, I'm kind of liking that. You know, do I have any white paint? You know, I might not have any white because I was going to put my snow, but that don't matter. Put that on later. Actually, because of that, put a heavier coat of primer up here. All right, and then we'll see. Douse it with the green. Hit our yellow. You know, and actually, I should miss some black on here. Actually, with the black, you want to hit places where there'd be shadows. It kind of accentuates them. Especially because I got a little bit of a cave going on here. Yeah, there's yeah, there we go. Accentuates that. All right, okay. Now the next thing I want to do, let's see. You know, I got one of these little light tan colors. We might hit up, yeah, let's see. I know, I'm sorry, folks. I gotta always work towards the camera here. Actually, let's see, I got, let me get my little bit of thinner out here for this. So I can clean my brush, beat the devil out of it. Anyway, all right, what I want to do here is, it's a real light color, because this water technique that I won't do now, but I want to, like I said, I'll probably dust over this, but I want this, this creek bed to really kind of stand out. And I'll probably dust in some other blacks and browns and things. But I want it to really, really be noticeable. I don't want it to blend in. So, nothing special about this. Just smear it in here. But again, you don't want to kill all your dark. This is just a highlighting step. And I might even put a little bit of dark over this, so then it, so then you notice the, you notice the peaks and valleys and stuff in here. So and actually, while we're at it, let's and actually, if I had a little bit of a very light blue, I'd probably, but anyway, this is kind of where where our waterfall is going to spill. See how that looks. It's hard to do it backwards. Yeah, that's not too bad. I got some little tricks and surprises we're gonna do. Okay, that's enough of that color. Let's what do I got here? A light tan. All right, let's see what that. It's almost got a pinkish color here. How deep is that? Someone in the chat. Deep. Well, it's only about a half-inch. Well, not a half-inch, because that's what this. Well, no, this cardboard's here. It's about a half-inch deep. We're gonna say there's a little bit of rainbow trout in here, I think. Okay. Now, oh. Yeah, let's see. We're gonna put a little bit of highlight here. And you know what? I want to mix that paint up. Yeah, I know this doesn't look like much right now, but trust me, it'll look like something when we get her done here. We got a long way to go here. Okay. Okay. Enough of that. I just want some highlights. Let's see. I got a what do we got? A dark tan. Let's see what that is. Actually, with these paints, I don't need that. That's why I kept that on there. All right. Oh yeah, here we go. Yeah, there we go. It's like some mud. So that four-wheel drive. Oh, you know, I just had an idea. Maybe that 4x4 guy that I'm going to put on here. Maybe he's going to be stuck. Maybe we'll dig some wheel. I don't know. We always do that at the end when I get that done. This might, doing that might just be its own video. Okay. Yeah. So they're just, you want to be pretty random here, and I'm just using old paintbrushes that actually aren't any good for much else than junk like this. So some mud along here. You know what? Let's say that's a little mud puddle in there. Yeah. Like something. I don't know. Something in there. We're gonna do some neat techniques for some trees, but like I said, that's probably not gonna happen in this stream. You're thinking that's going to be a fast-moving stream? Well, I guess it kind of is. But I don't know, trout might be living in one of these little indentations here. You know, at the hobby store they do make little fish and stuff, and I'm not sure if I'm gonna. They might look too out of scale, so I'm not gonna probably do that. Okay. No, that's good for that. Actually, this little cave thing here. It's yeah, you guys can't see it, but highlighting I mean, from the front, it'll look like something there. Little. Back in here, I got a little cave thing going on. Maybe I'll have a little bear or something. I'll get a little bear, teeny tiny, like N scale or Z scale, something like that to do that. let's see what this this is actually oil paint. I'm probably gonna need some lacquer. Let's put it out on there. It's a burnt umber, which makes a good. Oh yeah, there we go. Makes a good dirt and mud. Oh yeah, let's see. Ooh, that's nice and dark. I really like that. That's good. Kind of. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I like that. Let's get that mixed in a little better. Oh yeah, that's what I want. Sometimes, you know, I take a little brush like this, you know, cut the bristles real down for what they call stippling, so you get an even more random pattern. You kind of, you know, tap the brush and jam it in there, you know, kind of thing. Oh yeah, okay. Now, little trick here. I'm working over here with really dark colors. You want to work in the shadows, you know. These are what creates the tricks the eye into thinking there's little, you know, little dead spaces and shadows and things. So like I'm working in behind things, and you'll be amazed at the finished product. It helps sort of sell the idea. I mean, at least I'm hoping it is. Like I said, we're just winging it. We're just winging it. I never have with these kind of projects. I never really have much of a plan going on here. So I'm just looking here. So let's see, it looked chunky like your trucks. Yeah, I could have, you know. Well, maybe we'll have that. We'll have a little camper guy. Maybe I do have some, you know, some of my Hot Wheels that are real beat up, missing some wheels. Maybe we'll have a grove of trees somewhere, and maybe we'll have a car. I don't know. I doubt it, but maybe we'll have an old car, jam in there. You know what? A little more thinner here. I'm just mixing it on this. Look, that's the thing. No wrong way to do this. Okay, we want to. Oh yeah. Let's see. That's good. That's really good. Putting that. Damn. All it takes is just putting just a little bit of dark in there and helps it tons. I'm gonna hit this up with a mat to knock any kind of shine that might be on here down. That's the thing. You kind of got to make up with anything like this. You got to make up a story about what it is. It helps you decide where to put the colors and stuff. You know, it's a little mud puddle here. I don't want to kill that light. I don't want to kill the light. Okay, we need a little bit more of this color. I'm really liking that. I used to actually paint paintings when I was a lot younger. Actually watched Bob Ross a lot, and I used his wet on wet technique, and I don't know. I mean I'm proud of the paintings I did, given I was like 12 years old at the time. Kind of some scenery stuff, but they're not very good. I mean, let's see if we can do this. I almost need to get some like a burnt orange color to get in here. But we're gonna have, I think we're gonna have some, like, I got this yellow flocking, and we're gonna have I want to make like some little like buttercups, like fields. And all right, well, one of my viewers, he's heading off to bed. I do these streams. If you're watching this archive, I generally do these streams in the evenings, and you know, if you're on the East Coast, it can be kind of late. So that's why if you're watching the archive stream, leave a comment down there. Let me know, if you like this or if you like these kind of projects. I know my channel, I do a lot of, most people are coming here for the motorcycle how-to. They find primarily my carburetor videos and things, and I appreciate that. And this, just like I said, this is my hobby is YouTube, and so I like to share my other hobbies on my hobby. So it's kind of meta that way, I guess you could say. Oh yeah. So this, I know you can't exactly see what I'm doing here, but I'm trying to add some shadows, which hopefully from the distance will look like little rocks and little I am actually going to do that, and you know what, I kind of am to the point where maybe I need to stop with this, and I'll put I need to actually put, I do have some real rocks, some road gravel, and we'll see how it looks. I don't know. I just kind of deciding as I go. Yeah, that's looking pretty good, actually. I like that. Okay. We're going to quit with that for a minute. And I have, let's see, let me get one of these. That's what these little these little aluminum trays you get like the dollar store or whatever, are great for what I'm going to do here, and also like mixing paint or whatever. So tear them off here. But yeah, so I always keep some of those on hand, and I also got some sticks and things here. So let's see what I got. Let's see, I just picked it up out of the road here. You know, I got some twigs and things here. I got some old elm, teeny tiny. I don't know exactly. I mean, I can, these are gonna have to lay out here to look like down trees or trees without leaves. I don't know. But yeah, okay, I do have. Let's do have some smallish stuff. Actually, let's see. This is the mat. I want that. A Mod Podge here. It dries clear, so, and I have this old brush here. I don't have any water to thin this, but I guess that's okay. Let's, even though I'm getting a little ahead of myself here, let's paint some of this in here. This will actually help with the look we're going for. But what it's going to do is going to glue down some of my rocks here that I'm going to put in, and the beauty of it is I'll put more rocks in than I want, and the way I'll lay in plenty of plenty of glue here. And what sticks stays, and then what doesn't fall off, and what isn't stuck will fall off, and then you'll kind of have a random bit of pattern of your rocks, you know. So, and you know, I didn't bring in any, but I may actually use some real dirt and stuff. Okay. Yeah, let's just keep that out for now. Okay, I want to get these teeny tiny ones here. That's too big. There, that goes there. That one goes there. Should have. Yeah, there we go. And of course, it'll be hard to see, but we'll. Granted, these are going to represent boulders, hopefully here when we're done here. But you don't want to use too big of rocks, so as to ruin the illusion. Oops, I don't want that one there because we're gonna have our little culvert there, which actually I should have found something for that, but I have an idea. One of those big type drinking straws. Probably what I'll use. Might even put a little bit of extra glue across on top of them just to lock them in. Like I said, it looks white, it dries clear, so it'll be fine. Sift out some of that stuff. Yeah. And of course, we were talking about fishing in this little river, so we'll this be little places for these fishies to sort of hide, you know. Okay. Yeah, like I said, it looks white, it'll dry clear, and then we're going to do our, of course, our water treatment all over it. Of course, that'll set them in, and I want to have some rocks. Actually, you know what? And this is actually stuff that dries kind of matte cut finish, but it doesn't matter, for example, because we're gonna do a matte clear over this anyways. Take some of the larger rocks, and I'll probably be adding more as we go here. Actually, let's put that one there. As I get a better vision for how this is going to look. Let's put a bunch of glue at the base here because we're gonna need some to kind of set in this waterfall feature here we're doing. Sort of sell that. Sell that idea, dang it. So yeah, let's actually, there we go. Let's just let's just put a bunch base here so we know we got enough. We'll set everything in. My wife thinks I'm crazy. I'm going way too far with this. I mean, I mean, I know it. I'm sitting here watching myself do it, and it's like, really? This is what I'm on the internet doing? Of course. I love it. Love doing this. Love making things look, you know, art imitate life. I guess that's the saying. Something like that. Yeah, that'll help. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, let's see, I don't know about those. It's going to take a while to dry because I'm using way too much of this stuff, but it's okay. The more I do, the more it's more realistic it will look. So. I don't know, when I'm doing this stuff, I'm kind of just in the zone. I don't really know what to say. But we may even get some paint over this. Slather that on, and I'm gonna put some rocks in there. Maybe, I don't know. I'm not. Made a decision with those things, and I guess I'm sticking with it because I'm doing it here. But I'm not sure if I'm totally satisfied with those. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see what happens here. I mean, we're going to have a bunch of trees. We're going to have a little bit of flocking here, so to look like grass and stuff. So just okay. Well, you know, I'm kind of liking that. We're good. Like I said, it's hard to really see what you got. Like I said, with the white Mod Podge. I gotta turn it so I can work on it here, because we're gonna. I gotta apply it where our little waterfall is gonna happen. Because I want. There's some strategic places I want to put some rocks here. So I got, and of course I had got to see what I'm doing up here. So let's put this. And honestly, the sloppier the better, because it just looks that much more random. So, okay. Let's stick that one there, actually. Let's grab a little, stick that one there. Yeah. Okay. big rock there. Because we're going to make, hopefully, we're going to make a little water, 2 little waterfalls areas, and I'm hoping they'll sort of look semi-natural. Let's stick that up in there. Get some of this littler stuff. Yeah, there we go. All right. Let's see. We got some comments in the chat. Here we go. Yeah, it's therapeutic. From the Andy Griffith shows. Otis gets him to do mosaics. Yep, that's a new. That's one of the good Barney episodes from the Andy Griffith show. All right. Like I said, it doesn't look like much now because you're just seeing the white glue. But speaking of which, let's douse some up here. I'll spin it around here. Let's see. I gotta get. This will also help make it more rigid in these places. But it's hard to tell because it's white. It'll dry clear. But we're gonna have snow-capped mountains here anyway. All right, I get some smaller rocks here. Right up top here. It's like it's got to look like things are eroded away here a little bit. Yeah, there we go. I kind of like that here. Okay, well, I mean, we're not done, but there's kind of what we got. And obviously, it looks weird because it's all white glue. This will all be clear. You won't even see it, but it'll hold the rocks down. I'll probably have to put some more down, and I'm gonna probably dust it with. Yeah, I don't have. Actually, here we go. While it's wet, I do have. That's right. I have this real dark green something or other, I'm sure flocking, I guess, and used to kind of fill in a little bit, kind of, like I said, I'm gonna be using like maybe brushing more of this on, using like a spray glue and stuff too. And I might actually, when we get, I don't have any gray. I wish I had a grayish version of this stuff. Not ready for the flocking yet. But put it on and stick where the glue is, and of course we're gonna paint on some more here later. Okay. Yeah, actually that's good. That kind of, that'll fill those in. I may just there we go. Just lighten it up just a bit. Yep, checking out chat there. Okay. Well, let's see. I might be ready to, I don't know. I'm kind of liking where I have it sitting right now. Throw that out. Okay. kind of liking what I got going on here. I don't know what else I want to do just yet. Let's see what I got. Got some spray glue here. Yeah, I kind of gotta wait for some of this to dry before I can really do anything else. I'm not sure. Not sure if I need to want to use those little twigs. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to use these. I mean, I'm going to definitely put some more little rocks and gravel and stuff. I'll probably sift some dirt out on it too. Yeah, I don't need any white paint, so I can't do my tops of my mountains yet. But I don't know, kind of liking it. It's coming along. Yeah, let's see. I don't know if I want to put that brown in there like that. Yeah, my little camper guy. Guess I could figure out where he's gonna sit. Okay, our tracks go right here. We're gonna have a little bit of a little culvert right there. So maybe I need, because it's like a road, maybe I need a little bit of a road. Yeah, let's, before we go, and I got that burnt umber there, which I can squeeze a little more out there. Yeah, let's, yeah, I gotta figure out the tracks here. Yeah, and actually, we'll take his camper off. Yeah, I think I'll have him sit right there. Okay. I'll make some ruts. And we drove over the railroad tracks. I'll have to make a crossing there, but he's got four-wheel drive, so he can get over those railroad tracks without much of a crossing. I'll just have to mound up some dirt. Okay. Alright, let's see here. Press down. I really want to make some ruts because we're going to fill them in with that brown. Yeah, there we go. Looks like this is his secret little camping spot, so he's been in and out of here quite a bit. Oh yeah, okay. So it's got a lot of wear and tear going on there. Get that out of the road. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. Hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing here. This burnt umber works real good. Thin it out here. Let's start over here. When we put it down, when we put him down permanent, we'll have a little bit of this mud on his wheels here. But yeah, there we go. I mean, I'll probably get some other browns in there and we're highlighting, but all right. toss that down. Let's stipple in some mud here. Looks like this guy's been back here a lot. And we don't want the middle here to be too good looking here, because sometimes he jumps out of the track and has to lock her in a four-wheel drive. So let's see. A little bit random here. We're gonna put some trees here, so it's gonna kind of hide this little road a little bit too. We're gonna, you know, it's not going to be as wide open. Like I said, these things you got to layer it in, so it's going to take a little bit of imagination to kind of understand what it'll look like. But anyway, he's going to a little camper here. We're probably going to set right about here, because he's going to fish right there and watch the train go by. So, yeah, I kind of like that. Yeah, we'll hide him. We'll hide him in some trees a little bit, so he's not just so out there in the open. Get some more of this dirt here and break up some of this green here, which actually, yeah. Sorry, folks, I gotta figure where he's gonna be here. Actually, yeah, something like that. Yeah. And oh, I didn't show you these little doors open, so, and I may repaint this because it doesn't look realistic, but we may have one of the little doors open or something. I think he's getting out. So, but that's down the road. Actually, let's get this. I got this dark tan color. Let's add that first for a little bit of dirt color. We need a little bit of light. We got a lot of dark colors going on here. So we'll pretend like it was muddy, but it's a little drying out. So you got that kind of crusty mud happening on here. And And I don't know, we might put a few rocks, you know, defining the trail there. I might have to sift out some real small stuff, or go get like some railroad ballast or something like that. Let me see how that kind of looks for him. Yeah, that'll kind of work there. I think so. Yeah, I don't know. Well, you know what? Maybe, of course, this is getting ahead of ourselves here, but maybe he needs gotta be very tiny. But maybe he needs a little. Maybe we need a little log or something. He can. Well, you know, we'll make a little fire pit or something. I don't know. Well, we won't worry about that now because we don't want to. I don't know what I'm gonna do for that yet. Just as yet. The trees and the flocking, I don't know that I'm ready to put on that yet. So I don't know. I guess let me move some stuff around. Let me turn this around. Show you what we got. I mean, this is how far we got. Kind of at a stopping point because I kind of got to think through what I want to do yet. This has got to dry. I got to get that water, and I might get a little, just a hint of a blue, just to make a, you know, because mountain streams are very crystal clear, and then it'll shimmer through there. I might test lay my track just to see where we're at on that, but anyway, here's what we got so far. We're adding some details in. I got to get something for some trees because I want to have some teeny trees. I got a technique that I hope will work for that. Put some trees down here because then we get up to timberline. We're going to have snow-capped mountains up here. And then we're going to have taller trees. We got a little campsite here, and we're going to kind of hide him in there. And trees along here, kind of hide in some of this stuff. And then shrubbery, I got some shrubbery type stuff. We'll put some flocking shrub stuff up here. Make it look like teeny tiny trees. I don't know. These could look like aspens. It depends on what time of year we got going on. But anyway, this is what I got so far. Hopefully it looks like something to you guys out there. But I appreciate you tuning in, whoever tuned in. And if you're watching this archived, I appreciate you watching. Like this video, subscribe, share it around. Subscribe and ring that bell for notifications because obviously we're far from done from this project. So I'm going to do another stream soon. I'm going to try to do this weekly. Work on this a little bit, about an hour at a time or however long it's taken this one. So appreciate you watching. Subscribe and be looking for the next stream. Appreciate it. Thanks for watching.